Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Learner, and my name is Teza. So it's been a really long pause that I couldn't make a tutorial. It's been a while. So it's a long story short, I moved to US and then this is my first tutorial. So hopefully the video will be fun, and also I will be showing you in this video how to build a website like using the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So to see the website, we all know that we can use any browser. So I'm in the Microsoft Edge or whatever. So you can type in the website that you want to search. So today I'm going to show you. I have already built my own website, and so that it's better to, how I did it. It's not the best tutorial, but that will be a little bit of basic HTML if you're looking for very basic HTML that you want to learn. So that will be the tutorial for it. So as you can see on my screen, so it's my website I built using the HTML. So at the top I have a logo. That will be whatever logo do you want to put it on, you just put it on your logo. And also it will be good that we have as a graphic designer, so we will have some branding page, and at the top we have a menu, so website, graphic design, explainer video, or whatever. I have an illustration, 3D composite, and at the end we will have a contact. And also we have some text, the title. So, and also at the bottom we have a video. If you have some that really good idea that if you make the sample reel for your project or your skill, so that will be good. And also I did it, so myself I have my real video at the top of it. So we're gonna learn how to upload your video on your website. And also I have some at the bottom. This is the same that we have a menu at the top, we can click, that will link to our page. And also if not, like someone visiting your website, so we're gonna have at the bottom, so they can see a little bit of preview what is a branding page. And also I have this image is linked to my same branding website, so that page. So there's a little bit of the layout and different ideas. So we're gonna have some image at the this is a very basic fundamental, or maybe whatever. Totally like you like just learning the HTML, building a website. So this is the idea. So we have branding that will link, same thing. I can click my image, that will go to my branding page as well. So if I click it, so that will direct me to the my branding page. So it will go. And also if I click it back to my T logo, because the internet is really slow, so that's why I will click it back to my T logo. So that will be go back to my home page. And also I can click on my branding. So these are the link that if you have some layout, so we can we're gonna learn how to link your text to the page. So that will be included in this tutorial. So at the bottom we have all the pretty much the same, that all the top menu is like we are putting the layout at the bottom. So we're gonna have a link to all the menu pages. And also, like I said, I have a FAQ, that will be a little bit JavaScript involved. So when I click, so you see the question here, the title, the question that we have. When I click on the text on the question, so that will appear the answer. So if I click it back, the question, so the paragraph of the text will disappear. So that is I have done by JavaScript. So we're going to learn a little bit about it as well. And also I have free tutorials. As you guys know, I have a Creative Learner YouTube channel. So please make sure to subscribe there as well. And also I have this free tutorial. You want to put it up, link it to your website. So that's the idea. And I have at the bottom we're gonna have some contact, so email, whatever your contact. So the address, and also the other things that we can link our social media. I'm gonna show you how to link your LinkedIn, Behance, or YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and at the end like a Twitter. So if I click on my LinkedIn icon, so that will direct me to my LinkedIn page. So that's the website is all about your portfolio, a little bit of your the project that you have done, and you can showcase to to the world, so whoever you want to do the marketing, so you just send your website and they're gonna take a look. So that's the idea. And also it is not really tough. We're gonna learn very basic, and we're gonna build. So that will be a really long tutorial, so I will break it into pieces, and that will be like a little bit like episode, so we're gonna have a part 1, part 2, so whatever. So make sure to subscribe the channel. Okay, so this is an introduction. And also the website, we need to do the mobile and responsive as well. So if I squeeze it to my size a little bit to my mobile view, that will be, it's responsive to the mobile view as well. It's not big text or big image. We're gonna make it like a sizing to the mobile view as well. So as you can see, when I enlarge it, so I have a menu. And when we make it to the mobile side, we're gonna have a hamburger menu at the top right. So that's gonna be a little bit JavaScript. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you, we're gonna write, I don't know how long it's gonna take, so I'm gonna try my best to a little bit cover it. I guess we're gonna finish like a top logo and then the menu bar at the top. So to get started, so we're gonna need a Visual Studio Code. So that will be, you can download, on the web. So you just type Visual Studio Code. So you just search on the Google or whatever. So Microsoft Edge. So we're gonna have a Visual Studio Code. You can download it. So please download the software. And also it is very easy. You just follow the next button, and then at the end you're gonna end up in the installation. So it's very easy to install. So once you have installed Visual Studio Code in your computer, so we're gonna have started writing, we're gonna start writing the HTML basic. So for a website, for those who do not know, so the web, we have a graphic design, so we come from so Photoshop, all those things. If you're the way that mine too. So the website, we have HTML will be our backbone, so that will be our fundamental structure. So from HTML to, we're gonna have styling, so that will be CSS, and also functioning, that clickable things, that will be JavaScript. So like I said, I'm gonna put it up top logo and then top menu. So once you have open up your Visual Studio Code, what we're gonna do is click File, and you can go to New File. We can have a new text file, but I'm gonna click New File, and on the new file, I'm gonna directly say that name will be index.html. So that is very good for Visual Studio Code, because so they just the extension, we put it in HTML, so it just directly the software is interpreting to the HTML, the file, that we don't have to even save and name it, so that will be the good things for Visual Studio Code. And also I will show you. And then if you have type in index.html, so you can put in your name wherever, so index or home or whatever, but I'm gonna as a basic, so we're gonna have an index.html. Once you have done it, you just type it, enter from your keyboard, and so that's gonna so ask me that, so where you're gonna save your file. So it's up to you. You save your file, so that will be, let's say I'm gonna have my file will be on my computer, so Creative Learner and the fall, so that's where I'm gonna save it. So I have even my logo as well, so you can just save it, and then my HTML file that the Visual Studio is gonna open. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna type it basic HTML code first. So that will be, for HTML we have a tags, so let's say we're gonna have a HTML tag. So if I'm typing HTML, if you press tab on your keyboard, so that will be the HTML tags, that opening and the closing. And the same thing, we're gonna have body, so that will be HTML tag. If you press it tab, so there's gonna be a body closing and then I mean like the opening and the closing. So that is a HTML syntax and the built-in function, you know. But for us, so what we're gonna do is I will delete everything from your keyboard. So you press shift and 1, so that will be, we're looking for exclamation mark, so that will be, 1, shift and 1. So once you just press that button, so we're gonna have this, Visual Studio Code is asking me that, so Emmet abbreviation, so do you want to proceed? So that will be enter, so I press enter from my keyboard. So when you press the enter, so we have the basic HTML structure that I don't even have to type it like HTML language, en head, and then all this to get started, you know. So we can type it manually, but Visual Studio Code is very good that so it's already given us the a little bit of startup, the structure that we don't even have to type it. So that's a good thing for Visual Studio Code. So once you have done it, like I show you earlier, like I said, so you're gonna press shift and the 1, so or exclamation mark, so that will be the exclamation mark will come up, and then you're gonna press enter. So that's it. So once we have done the basic HTML, so what I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna name my website. That will be, if I go back to my browser, so all the website has name, you know, at the top. So we're gonna have now Taser Graphic and Web Design, and also just now, like I said, let's say we go to Amazon.com, so we're gonna have at top, we have like Amazon.com spend less or whatever name title if you want to give it. So that will be in HTML, so that will be in between. We have to type it our name, so that will appear on the tab. So let's say my portfolio, so whatever name you want to put it, you can name it. So portfolio, that will be our name. And also we're gonna have let's take a look. So this is a basic, just a name and then nothing else. So I want to test my file, does it work or not? So to test a file, so there's two ways you can open from Visual Studio Code. That will be running live server, but I will show you later. But today I'm going to show you how to open from a browser. So I will just go to file and save the file. So first we need to save the file, and then after that we will go to the the edge or whatever. So if you want to open a file, you just press Alt F, Control O, whatever. You can open the file, Control O, so they're gonna open. But very easy ways that you can just go to your folder, and that will be, you just select your file and then just drag and drop it. So that will be, our file will be loaded. So this is the thing that we have it right now. So I'm gonna push it to the so that will be here. So a little bit, this is the thing that, so sorry, I'm gonna paste it to my file to my page as well. So here is it. So once I drag and drop it to the browser, so if you're using the Chrome, it will be the same thing. So you just select your file and then locate it and then just drag and drop it to the browser. So that's gonna be our file will be loaded to the browser. So we have done nothing, just simply plain. And also, but like I said, we have done our page name. So as you can see on at the top, so my portfolio. So if you want to, let's change it to the other name, so that we can see that what changes is really making now. So that will be my let's say my website. So let's take a look. So when you want to save, you can go to file and save, and also you can press a Control S, that will be shortcut, or Command S for a Mac user. So that will be, so when I save the file, it doesn't change my portfolio. It should be my website. But what we need to do is we have to refresh the page. So you can press F5 from your keyboard, or you can go to this the arrow button, refresh button, you click it. So now you can see that my website, so the title is changed. And also you will notice that we have the what was it, the tab icon or website icon. Like I said, I have a T, so Amazon have a A, and so how are we gonna build the icon on the website? So that will be, let's put it up. So in HTML file, so so whatever image, JavaScript, CSS file, so we need to link the file so that it will, it will be functioning to our browser, So I'm gonna type it link. So starting point, we have, if you're really learning the very basic HTML, there will be a much more, question that you might have it. But right now, just follow along. So we're gonna have a long tutorial. So so day after day, we're gonna learn a bit after now. So you just type it link. So and then once you type a link, you can press tab on your keyboard. So you press the tab key, and then that will be what file you're going to link. So Visual Studio Code is giving us the building text, the link. But I'm going to remove the style sheet right now. So, but what I am going to link is that will be my icon. So what we're going to say is just icon. Sorry, let me see. That will be icon max. So I'm gonna take a look. So sorry, I'm gonna have to take a look at back. So I'm gonna link. This is not the style sheet right now. So just type icon, and we're gonna have so this is a tab icon, and then our name will be icon, and then href. So that is a reference that where is the icon is located. So what I'm gonna type is if you save your file, so this is a folder that we have index file is saved, and also I have a logo file saved in the same folder. If you have a different folder, so that will not be, you have to type it long extension and the file path, So make sure that you save in the same folder, and also like you see on my screen, so it has to be in the same location in the folder. So index and logo is the same place, so that what I can type is you just simply type the image, and then after that we're gonna have slash. Even we don't have to type the image because I have the same logo, so that will be our logo dot PNG. So HTML always we need an extension, so we're gonna have a logo.png, and I just type it. So that's it. So once I save the file, let's take a look. So Control S, and then after that we go back to our browser. So let's take a look and refresh it. So there you go. So now you can see that I have this T logo beside my website. So let's change it back to my website, to my portfolio. So that will be, let's type it again. So my website to portfolio. So portfolio. So that's it. So we're gonna have a title and a tab, the website icon. It is done. Just simple HTML job that we have done. So you save it, change your name to portfolio, and then you have a logo link. So that's gonna be refreshed. So now my portfolio and my icon is done. So it is the same thing that like I show you. So all the website is done. So now everything is empty. Like I said, we're gonna put it our logo first. So to add our logo, so that will be, so in the HTML we have a head section. So the head section is mostly all the file, like you see me on my logo.png, I link in the head section. So that will be linking the file, and also if you're linking to other file, so that will be in the head section, like CSS, JavaScript. So all that we have to type it in here, and some I will show you later. So and we will, so from a head you're gonna enter it. So that will be our head section is done. So let's make it like organized. So I'm gonna have a body. So inside the body, so you see the screen, that is completely, the body is empty, so that's why we are not seeing anything. So in the body text, body structure, we're gonna have let's type it to see the logo. So this one will not be logo.png, so we can type it logo.png to see the logo, but it will show, but this is not the way to do it. So what we're gonna type it first is we're gonna have a little bit container. So what is the size there? So as you can see on my screen, so my website has it's not going all the way to the left and right spreading. So we have a specific size that will stay at the middle. So we need the size to define it. So that will be my container. So I'm gonna type it dot container. So that will be a shortcut for the building a class name as a container. So if I press tab from my keyboard, so that will be giving me the like a div class container and also the closing div. So div. So I mean, like you can type it manually. So let's say you are typing it like a greater than div, and then you're gonna type it class and also equal. That's gonna be taking time. So Visual Studio Code has a very, efficient way, effective. So you just type it. If you want a class name, you start with a dot, and then you just type it. The class name will be whatever class name you want to define. So that will be container. So there's a dot container. I just press tab from my keyboard. So that's it. So that will be, so today will be very quick to show you how to build, and then later we're gonna refine it. To make it the structure, more what we call like a presentable structure, So now we have a container. You just press enter. So always remember that whatever you open tag, and we must have a closing tag. So that is HTML. We need it. So without that, it doesn't. It's gonna be error. So that is the rules that in HTML, So now we have a container. So I'm gonna put and more. What we're gonna have is let's take a look. So that will be the container, and then we have let's say we're gonna have a header menu. So I will just make one more class name. So that will be header. So that will be shortcut dot header. You just press tab from your keyboard. So we got it. So that will be our header. Inside the header, I'm going to type it our one more class for our logo. So that will be dot logo. So that will be our logo class name. Because like I said, so right now you may not know that why we do need more classes after classes. So when we making a style, like appearing all the text for the layout, so that will be more better to have a class defined for your specific the image or logo, So now we're gonna type our logo. So in HTML, so if you want to see the image, so you just simply type img. That will be the tag for the image. So that will be syntax or whatever. So that will be image syntax. So I just type tag img, and then you can just press tab from a keyboard. So once the Visual Studio Code give you some like a drop-down menu like that, you just mouse over it and you can click it too. So once I click img, so that's gonna show me the building structure text. So now we have it, and then so src is a source. So where is your file source? So I'm gonna give the source. That will be my image source is just now where I save it. So that will be in my index folder, that logo, the same logo. So I just type it logo.png. So that's it. So you don't have, because I'm not giving any path, because we have a same folder inside the together with the index.html. That is more important. If you saving, you have more images, you might want to save in the image folder. If you have a more CS file or whatever, so if you separate the different folder, you're gonna type it and your folder name, that will start with the backslash, the forward slash, and then type your folder name. So that will, let's say you have an image folder, you're gonna type it / image and then / So that will be how to do the your file pipe, sorry that we don't even need the image. Let's say you have more folder, so let's say lesson. So that will be, you start with your folder, and then at the end you put it like a / and After that, that will be your final file extension. So, but for us, we don't need it. We save all the index and the logo file in the same folder. So I will just type it logo.png. So that will be good enough to appear. And also alt is an alternate. So what if, sometimes the website has an error or connection delay or whatever. So we want to appear some text before the image is not loading or whatever error, So we're going to type it logo, just simply type it logo. So that's it. So once you have done that, you just Control S, you just save it and then go back to your browser. We're gonna reload it. So Google, and let me close it, Google, and then I just use Safari, so that will be better. So this is our building website. That is mine. I'm gonna have Amazon. So let's take a look. So that will keep us inspired. So, and then also, once I refresh my file, let's take a look. Bang. So that's it. So now you have your logo appear. So save your logo, whatever logo. And if you save your logo in JPEG, so make sure that you put your extension that will be JPG or JPEG. If your logo is saved in PNG like me, so that you have to type it like a PNG, make sure that you type the correct extension. So now you have your logo appear. So that's it. So we have already our logos on our website. So what else do we have? So we're going to have a little bit of top menu. So that will be, go back to, so this a class and a division, so we have separated all the logo section division. So that will be logo part, and then I'm gonna enter one more for our menu. So that will be what we're gonna type is we're gonna have okay, so we have a header, so just say menu. So that will be, like I said, you can type it div manually, or if you don't want it, so you just type .menu. So that will be our class, and the div will be built up. So Visual Studio Code will give us. So that's it. Once you have it, you just enter. So make sure that you are typing in between opening div and closing div. So always make sure that HTML has this opening and closing. And also I have a div menu set up. So what I'm going to have is this thing. So we have this, let's put it in HTML, if you want to list it like a menu, or sometimes the table or whatever. So we can have, we have a UL. So that will be our HTML tags that used for the list. So because I have, you can build it in different ways. So I'm going to use a UL. So that will be an order list. So I just press UL and then also press tab key. So we're going to have a UL opening and closing tag. So I'm going to press enter. I'm explaining everything very basic. So because if you're advanced or intermediate, you might not need it. But for those who are really, really basic, so like myself, I was learning from graphic design to web development, so that will be, a struggle for you. So all the things that you need to know, very basic. So if you type it UL, so that will be an order list. Once you have it, we're going to have a list item. So list item will be in HTML. We're going to say like a LI. You just type it LI and Visual Studio going to give us. So you just click on LI, or you just press tab key from your keyboard. So that will be LI list. So we have it. So just inside the LI, we gonna type it our menu. So that will be our, for example, so that will be, I don't have a home page. So as you can see on my website, I do not have it. So I just put it, my logo will be home. And also we're gonna have, let's make it same, So I think I will move it up, this thing a little bit up. And so this will be LI. And I'm gonna home, delete it. So that will be LI. So I'm gonna delete this text. Let me type it again. So let's put it LI tab, and I'm gonna have a design or maybe branding. So whatever you want to put it first. So you just type branding, and also we're gonna have another one more LI. Just now I'm typing capital and I. So make sure that all the typo and all those spelling is very sensitive for HTML encoding, so you have to type it exactly what we have. So I mean like, so li, so that will be our syntax list item. You just press tab key on the keyboard. So one more branding, and then what we have, so we have this website, so that will be our website. And after that, we're gonna have li, tap it, and we have graphic design. So this is just an example. I mean, like whatever you want the menu, you just type it. So the ESIG design, and we're gonna have a, let's say we're gonna have an explainer video, and we're gonna have I mean, let's say what was that? The C3D composition. So if you have it, you can type it. So and then also at the end, we're gonna have let's say example contact. So that will be our top menu. So I mean, once you have done, you just save it, Control S, go back to your browser, and there's our website. If you refresh it, so now you're gonna see that the menu is, I mean, like after at the bottom of our logo, you know. So it's not pretty like, I mean, like my website right now. So now it's time to style it, because now we have the backbone. Like I said, HTML will be, I mean, like the structure that you want to build in your website. And if you want to make it pretty, you want to make it beautiful, you want to make it look nice, so that will be, I mean, like CSS. So in website building, so you must know HTML and also CSS. So now we're gonna have a CSS. So to write a code in CSS, we need to link the CSS file. So that will be what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to file, and then you create a new file, same as the index file that we did. So I'm gonna type it, you can name it whatever you want. So I'm gonna type it like I mean a style.css, because that's a command. So that will be style.css. So I just press enter, and we're gonna have a file to save it. So it's a same folder in the same place. So I'm gonna save it, create file. So that will appear my style.css. So in the style.css, the first thing I think what we're gonna do is what we need is we need to make it, I mean, like where is our, like I said, we have I mean, like the placing, you know, is a left or right, or we're gonna have a center. So that will be our container. Like you see on my HTML structure, we have a container that will be wrapping all the element inside the header. So that will be our container. So I'm gonna go to style.css, and then I'm gonna type it dot container. So I mean, we have all the body, whatever you might see it, so people are doing, but I just want to straightforward today will be a little bit introduction. So later we're gonna have a very, I mean, like more structural, like building things, you know. I'm gonna type it right now, container. So once you type it, dot container, and then you have to add a shift and, I mean, like curly bracket, you know, so that will be curly brace. So you get, I mean, that's thing, and then you press enter. So in between a curly bracket, so we're gonna type it our CSS rule. So dot container will be our, I mean, like the placing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just type it, what size is it? So I'm gonna say that max width. So I don't want to spread across the screen, not full screen. I'm gonna define how much is it. So that will be, let's say 1200. So 1200 pixel. So I have just type it. And then also I'm gonna have it, I mean, like, so is it left or right? So I'm gonna set it in CSS to say that center. What we're gonna type is a margin, and then we're gonna say just when you have a margin, you just press from a keyboard tab key. I mean, because that's a Visual Studio Code is good for us. So you just, once you have a text like that, you just tap it. So once you tap it, you have, I mean, like, so the column, semicolon, so they have already added, and we're gonna say the margin. So top and bottom, so the margin top and bottom will be, I mean, like, so let's say whatever you want to put it up. I mean, I'm gonna put a 0 now because I don't need anything. And also I'm gonna say, you can put it like top and bottom. So that will be 20 pixel or whatever, but right now let's put it 0. I'm gonna explain it more. So in the, I mean, like in the next tutorial, you know. So, and then also to make it center, we're gonna say left, right will be auto. So just like that, you just type it margin 0 and then auto. Once you save it, just Control S. You save the file. Now style.css is saved. Let's take a look at our browser. I want to show you something. So when I refresh it, it does nothing because the CSS it's not linked to our HTML. Like I said, HTML will be our backbone, that all the files that you create that has to be inside the index.html. So we're gonna add the CSS file inside the HTML. So to do that, so I'm going to have a link again. So just type it link and then you tap it, press the tab key. Now, even we have a style sheet. So what is a reference is the same as a source. So where's your file? So I'm going to just type it CSS because it's the same folder. So I don't even have to type, and like Visual Studio Go is giving us like style.css. That's what is automatically going to search my file, So now I have it. I'm going to type it style.css. So that's the way to link our CSS file. I save it. Once you have linked the file and then you save, make sure that you save all the file, and then let's go back to our browser. Let's refresh it. Boom. We got it. So that's it. So as you can see on my screen now, our size is at the center. To double check how we can test this, you can put, in the container you can put border, so to see the visually. So I'm gonna type it BORD, a border, and then you tap it, and after that I'm gonna say solid, or maybe let's say 1 pixel red and solid. So you might have a question, what is 1 pixel? What is red? So that's all. To do that, you just type it like that right now. So we're going to have a more explanation in the next video. So 1 pixel red solid, I'm going to save it. I just refresh the browser. Let's go back now. You see that what I said, this is my 1200 pixel, my website, the maximum width, and also I have center it left and right. So that is how we did it. So let's continue. So now a little bit long. So let me continue to just basic menu to set it up. So that will be our. Let's go back to our menu. So that will be our header. So the header is wrapping the logo and the menu. So in style, so what we're gonna do is a dot. A header. So dot header, and then you just same thing. You just curly bracket. So that will be curly brace or whatever. So that will be our syntax, and press enter. In between, it's the same thing. We have a class name, we have a opening bracket, and then also the closing bracket, so that we need it. So once you have it, you're just gonna type it in header. So display. So that will be, once you have a text appear in the Visual Studio Code, you just tap it. So that is a shortcut. Shortcut to do that. Once you have it display, I'm gonna say flex. So let's display flex and then save it. So let's take a look at our website, what is going to happen. So now you can see that it's go left and right. So just now it's the top and bottom. Now we have a left and right. So getting closer. So now we have left and right to our header. And one more thing, that if we can make it left and right to the list item. So that will be, let's take a look at our HTML. So list item, to make it left and right. So what we're going to need is that will be, do UL. So let's take it, let's make it, does it happen or not? So I'm gonna, in CSS, so I'm gonna type it, that will be the dot UL, and then I just press it, display, display, and then flex again. So if I save it, I'm gonna take a look. So we're gonna refresh it. Oh, so it doesn't work because we have to be list item in the, it's not in the UR. So display flex will be on the LI. So sorry, this time I made a mistake. So that's a very good point. So in the UL, I put the dot, and then you see that I put all the dot at front. But for UL, let's go back to the HTML. So UL tag is you will notice that we don't have a class name. So for the container, we have a class name. This is a class, what manually we are defining the class. For UL, so this is not the class. This is a tag. This is a building syntax that, in HTML, they already have it, So in style, we don't need to put a dot. because this is not manually defining, so I just remove the dot. We're going to take a look back. So I've saved the file and I'm going to refresh it. So let's take a look now. Boom, we got it. So all the list items are spread across. And also I want to make it like a top and bottom at the center T, and I mean the menu should be T in the center, you know. So to do that, I'm going to just type it justify content. I think that will be the center. Justify align items. So you just type align items and we're gonna save it. I mean center. So you type align items in the center. I just save it. Let's go back, refresh it. So no, that's it. I think that will be align items or align content. Justify content. Let me take a look. So that will be, because I've been doing it, so that will be our justifying content. Oh, sorry. So there's a align item center. So now you can see that align item. So in the, so align item. So in the center. So when I save it, you see that I'm writing my CSS in the UL. So when we go back to the UL, so UL is not, the logo is not included, because what we want to do is logo itself and the menu. So it should be the wrapping thing. So we cannot just align so without a T, we cannot align the center, you know. So we're going to have a T should be our center, catch point as well. So we need to take the header. So that should be our align item. So I'm going to remove from UL. So you cut it back and then we go back to header. So we're going to have a header align item center. So once you save it, let's take a look. So when I refresh the browser, bam, that's it. So we got a menu at the center with the logo. So you want to make it that T logo to get smaller. So we go back to styling. So that will not be HTML to get it small, to get it left and right, top and bottom, make it center. All these are not in the HTML. We're not going to write it. So that will be all that alignment, designing, layout, everything will be CSS. So now we're going to say just now what we don't want is we don't want the branding and all those things. T should be smaller, and also I don't want the bullet point here, so to remove that all. So what I'm gonna say is let's do the logo a little bit smaller. So that will be my logo. So as you can see in my class logo, so I just type it a logo, and so now I just type it logo and make a curly bracket. So that will not be my CSS rule, because the CSS class name is I have defined manually. So that will be my dot. And so I just put it dot logo. So that is, so manually defined. So I just have to add the dot. And then after that, I'm going to make it smaller. So that will be in the size in CSS. We're going to type it width. So width, what is the size? So I'm going to type it just a little bit. Let's see, 100 pixel. So we have a pixel, we have an inches, so whatever cm. So in website, we use the pixel, or even we have a rem. We can use it other unit, but I will show you how to use the pixel. So that will be more basic thing. So once I save the file, logo 100 pixel, let's take a look. Let me refresh the browser. Oh, it doesn't work because the dot logo will not be the image. So I need to put in the image img file. So that will not be dot img, because I have a file. Img is it's not our manually defined thing. So that is a building syntax. So that will be, we don't have to add the dot. So that will be img. And also I just type it dot logo. So we are defining dot logo. We are locating the file, and then also the img file. So that will be how to do it. So let's save it again. And also I'm going to refresh it. So bang. So we have this logo is a little bit smaller. So we got it. So after that, we're gonna continue. What if we remove the let's bullet, like I said? So to do that, so that will be let's item. So that's definitely the li will be our CSS rule. So I'm gonna enter here li. We don't need a dot here because it's a building. So I'm just press tab, and then li. So after that we're gonna have a bracket, and also we're gonna put it list style. So to remove the bullet, so you just say none. So you just save it. When we refresh it, so that will be all the bullet will be removed. But now you can see that the menu should be better. If we spread it a little bit left and right, and also make it to the right. So to do that, what we're gonna do is so to the li, to the ul, I'm gonna put it like we're gonna space it in the header too. So that will be justifying content. So that will be, we're gonna type it to see it like a space in between. So we're gonna, because as you can see on my browser, so the menu is really close to the T logo. So to spread it out to the right, so what we're gonna need is we're gonna put a space between. So when I save the file, and let me take a look, refresh the browser. So that will be, so you are pushing away our menu to the right, so that it will be evenly, positioning at the center, So once you have it, so what we're gonna do, so we're gonna put the li. So that will be, padding. So that will be, it's up to you. Padding, I'm gonna put it 20 pixel. Let's take a look. I just saved the file, and then I refresh it. So bam. So now you can see that, it's a little bit long. So we have a logo at the top. We have a menu at the top. So, and also we have our like a website name on the tab, and also website icon at the top. So that is pretty much about this guy. That's a little bit long. So I will stop the tutorial now here. But to take away this, so what we need is a Visual Studio Code. We need to download. So you just make sure to download the file, and also you need an HTML index file and all the file to save it in the same folder, and you just load it in your browser. And like I show you, you just type in HTML file and CSS, so that will run like the website like you see me on my screen. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I will see you in the next tutorial, because make sure that you will subscribe to my channel. So in my Facebook page, Instagram, and also in my a Creative Learner YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe, and then turn on the notification, so that you will see all the tutorials I'm loading, So thank you guys.